Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Luce Canon and his girl is working towards a new federal indictment. I'm going to break that down. You may be seeing Charisse in cuffs real soon. I'm not wishing bad on the sister. She just need to tune in to Unique Mecca Audio and find out what the rules of the federal prisons are and the laws of the land. You cannot run a YouTube channel from in prison being an inmate. Sit back, make sure you subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel. She talk about what it's like to be a young girl, because she was like 7 years old when I got locked up, what it was like not to have her father in her life from she was 7, you know, all the way till she became 34 years old, because I was gone 26 years. So let's sit back, enjoy the ride, and let's get this going. You know what it is, Unique Mecca Audio, man. Check this out. I'm going to break this down so you can listen to this tape and you can see how they're bugging. Just listen to what she's saying, and the tape is going to show that he's in charge and he's instructing her on what to do. Nowhere in the Federal Bureau of Prison do they allow inmates to make phone calls and then their family member or friends put it on the internet. If that was the case, boy, George would have his own YouTube channel. Booby from the Booby Boys will have his own YouTube channel. Now, you ask any of these men's family members why they haven't made a YouTube channel with their loved one calling in, being that their legacy's out here. And they talk about them all on YouTube, but they don't have a voice. But all of a sudden, Luce Canon has a voice, and you don't see that what the feds are doing, they're allowing him to do this. Everything they're saying, they listening to every call. They do that anyway. They listen to every inmate call. Whenever you pick up the phone, there's somebody in one of the towers that's listening to the phone call. When they listen to the calls, if they hear anything suspicious, they go get you. Luce Canon is getting ready to say on the phone that he broke his arm and he can't talk. He'll tell about it later. So now whoever listened to the phone in whatever tower in the prison know that this man had an altercation and he broke his arm. It's probably a lie to make his girl feel sorry for him. Let's just keep it 100. But I'm saying if this really happened, because I don't want you to believe that Unique Mecca Audio believe that Luce Canon really broke his arm. You know what I mean? On Brick Baby, and they still in the same pod together. But I'm going to break that down too. Let me play some of this tape so you can hear this. All right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. How's your mental?
Good. My hand is broke.
What?
Listen.
My hand is broke.
How did you break your hand, baby?
We can talk about that later, but yeah.
Oh my God.
See, let me explain to you why I said that, right? About them hearing that his hand is broke and now going to get him. I know inmates with broken limbs and patched it up themselves, right? Come on, let's ride. You know, I'm going to give you a ride. There was a dude, right? He sat there and he's playing. I'm going to tell you his name because I told the story over at Unique Mecca Audio Prison Story. So go to Unique Mecca Audio Prison Story if you want to hear more of these stories. I'm going to give you the short version of this, right? There was a Cuban dude named Camacho. He was built like a gorilla. You know what I mean? Chest caps like this, arms, diesel. He was an animal, and he was jet black like tar. You know, and he had short hair that always looked at ashy. And he just sat there at the table and he's playing cards one day. And while he's playing cards, he's winning. And a dude comes up behind him and he hits him in the back of the head with a lock and a sock. Boom, boom, boom. Camacho sits there. He holds his cards, blood leaking all over his face, leaking all the cards. And he just sat there. He looked back at him. You know, he said, 1 minute. And he finished playing the hand. He won the hand, took his cigarettes, told his man, put them in the cell, turned around, grabbed his knife, and he punished them. Right there. Now when he punished him, he go back in the back and another inmate stitches the stitches in his head to put his scalp back together where the dude busted him because they didn't want the police to know what was going on. So yes, you got inmate doctors too, you know, but there's no way that they're allowing him to say on the phone that he broke his arm, you know, this and that, and they don't know about it and they don't come get him. Right there, they know his arm is not broken, because if it was broken, they would have had to get him and cut out this shenanigans they got going on as far as him calling in, you know, every day running the YouTube channel. If that's the case, let me get in touch with Boy George and give him 10 grand a month, you know, on his books and run a YouTube channel with Boy George calling in every day. Come on, dog.
Are they giving you medical attention?
Yeah. I went and raptured. It was my right the bone.
Oh, Jesus. Seriously, baby. And what about
This
you?
call is from a federal prison.
What about your tooth? What are they doing with that? Because I know you're supposed to get it extracted.
Nope. I still haven't seen anybody or anything like that. They could,
Your phone is breaking up.
yeah, they say it could take months, but they don't think that I'm gonna be here long enough to even get it done. So.
See, that's where he's selling her the hope at when he tell her they don't think I'm gonna be here long enough. That don't mean you coming home. That just means you may be going to another federal institution.
Well, I'm gonna talk to the lawyer and see what he can do, how he can expedite it, just so you're not there with pain. You know what I'm saying? Because you know it's not nice when you're getting nerve pain, getting
Listen
headaches
to
and
them. They
shit. You
really
know what I'm
think he on the
saying?
street.
Definitely, but
That's why I don't know
I
why you
really
don't
think.
ever listen to me. I told you to get that tooth pulled how long ago? You did.
Yeah, I just heard accent in that chat there, so you know, hear the accent in that. But anyway, they talk about pulling teeth and, you know, seeing the doctor, your health. You know where that man at? That man in the federal prison. They don't care about none of that. They're gonna take care of you. But as far as if you don't go up there and complain, they're not gonna come and say, hey, they only got certain checks they do every year. But let's stop the crap. I want to get into this real quick right here because it's coming up.
You was delaying it. You see?
yeah, but hopefully I get home this week.
You hear this?
I'm praying you do too, baby.
That's
I'm
the
praying
hope.
you do too. As long as we can, show that the AUSA was, lying about a lot the stuff that grants us to get you another detention hearing.
Can you believe that they're allowing them to put on YouTube that she's going to try and find evidence against the Assistant United States Attorney of the United States that's prosecuting her loved one, and they're allowing them to do this? Watch what I tell you. All of this is going to come back to bite in the ass. She's going to jail. She's going to be on somebody's indictment, wind up with a probation, but it's going to make Luce Canon's case with Brick Baby and all of them even worse, because he's talking about a little bit of everybody. You see, Brick Baby fell back from him with that phone call joint, right? All right.
So I'm gonna follow up with the attorney today to see what he got going on and see if he heard any word back from them in regards to that.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely. But how everything else going on out there? Everything is straight.
Yeah, everything is good. I know you told me to, our schedule would drop in certain content. So I dropped the call that you had. Yeah, I dropped.
You heard us say, I heard you told us our schedule with certain content. That means that he's the leader of this potential RICO that they're working towards. Because anyone that she orders to do something from an order from Luce Canon makes her his lieutenant and them their soldiers. Because, you get these rat bastards and let me turn the. I got to get the gunshots louder. You get these rat bastards and flip flop wearing in public trolls that come and say, oh, clickbait. This ain't no clickbait. And this is just letting you know how the law works. And this ain't wishing bad on a sister. This is hopefully somebody let this sister see this and know that ain't nobody else in federal prison making no YouTube channel with their man behind bars. Don't you think Brick Baby even, that's supposed to be right next to him, would be doing that? But the other dudes in there is telling them, yo, Luce, you bugging. You know you ain't allowed to do that. And Luce thinking like, man, nobody can stop me. I can do what I want to do. But when they decide to stop you and they grab your ass and throw you in the shoe and write up all these BOP charges that you get ready to get, so you ain't going to use the phone again for at least another 2 decades, at least a decade, before Luce Canon get to use the phone when they finish with him. Because I told y'all how they hit me because we ride. I told you how they hit me for the same thing that he doing is I was using a Native American's phone, right? Give you the short version again. Go to Unique Mecca Audio if you want to see these prison stories. This is another prison story, right? I'm using Native American's phone. I get on the phone at 7 o'clock in the morning. I call, check with my girl. Yo, baby, you up? You say, yeah, all right, you did your prayers? All right, boom. All right, talk to you later. I hung up. I had to wait 15 minutes. So at 7:20, I call back, right? Let's say it's 7:30. It was 30 minutes. So at 7:30 something, I call back. And I say, yo, you get ready to leave? Yeah, I'm dressed. All right, boom. That's another call. Then I call back, and again in a half hour, I say, where you at? So, oh, I'm in the car driving. And you know, we been with our girl over the phone and just use a minute here, a minute there, because we only get 300 minutes a month. So I get the idea to go buy somebody else's pack number, put my numbers on it. When they get money sent in, I give them the money in stamps so they can keep the money on the joint and put it on the phone so that I don't have to use my family to send them money to put a trace of that. See all these manipulations we got to go through? But anyway, I'm using dude's phone, and for each one of those calls, they said I made 24 of those calls in one day. You know what I mean? So from those 24 calls, I turned around and they told me they wanted to take my phone for 6 months for each one. That's 12 years. I'm like, never could I do that. So I fought it. So the institutional charge is called using another inmate's pack number, right? So using another inmate's pack number is against BOP policy, but that's the charge. It don't say each call or nothing about each call that you make. Nothing about none of that. And that's what I use for my defense. And I beat it, but it was 3 pack numbers that I used. So what they did was took my phone for 6 months for each pack number, which was the max they could have did. But if they would have got away with it, they would have took my phone for 50 years. They're getting ready to get this dude real hard because there's all types of BOP violations in here, like you're not allowed to do an interview without going through the executive assistant and the warden in order to have permission to do an interview for any type of media, even for the newspaper. Much less for YouTube. See, I'm breaking all this down. I'm riding good. Yo, look how nice the joint. I want to thank you all again, everyone that donated. Cash App is on the screen. It's appreciated, and you can see where the money went, and I want to give you a round of applause. All right? All right, thank you. Y'all deserve that. Y'all deserve that. Oh, and thank you all again for getting me to 100,000 plus subscribers, working towards 200,000. If you listen, man, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, all I'm asking is hit the notification bell so you know when I drop the videos. To make these old fire videos and for the content to look as clear as it do, it take an hour just to process the video after I pre-record it. Then another hour to go through the uploading. That's 2 hours where I used to get it done in 20 minutes, but I upgrade the system to give you the best quality. So make sure you hit the notification bell so you can know when I'm dropping the videos. Hit the notification bell so you can know when I'm dropping the videos. Let's get back to Brick.
Dropped the call that you had, and I dropped part 1 and part 2. And and people are questioning, what's going on with you and Brick right now because of the call, but obviously it was already scheduled. They don't know that we have like a plan of scheduling certain things. So whether you guys are on or off, that was already planned. So
So breaking news here on my cell. So
what?
shit. So we let everybody else figure that out.
What do you mean he's out of your cell, baby?
All over the internet, we heard in the statement.
Now listen to the way Brick Baby rock Luce Canon to sleep and give him a fugazi story about why he said he's tired of doing what the police say. That's what this is about. All right?
Okay, so are y'all cool or you're not cool?
No, we good now because he clarified it. He said that he was talking about that he's in a custody battle, and then told everybody his paperwork talking. He was in custody. I mean, going through a child's custody battle. So when he
Now, do you hear this? He's going through a child custody battle. Let me finish playing this. Sorry for stopping this, y'all.
was like, I'm tired of the police um, doing something or whatever. It was because of the police. I mean, I guess the police was telling him certain things going through a child custody.
Oh wow. So people were taking that as if he was telling, but really and truly he was just speaking from emotions of dealing with them for his custody battle with the children.
Yeah, so he
Ah.
clarified that, got the paperwork and everything, so everything is good.
Uh-huh. So you kicked him out the celly because you thought he was a rat, baby?
And
Now, did you hear that lame Luce ass story that he gave Luce? Yo, I'm a rapper now, huh? Brick Baby gave Luce a Luce story. Listen, man. Who says when they talking about the child custody court and call the child custody court the police? Or do you say I'm tired of the court telling me what to do? But he gave him something to let him hang his hat on, as they call it, you know. If you want to believe bullshit, I'll give you something. So he gave him something to hang his hat on, you know, which is to believe that when he said he tired of the police telling him what to do. How does that equate to a child custody case when the police don't tell you what to do? Only the judge tell you what to do. The police don't have nothing to do with this. Unless you're talking about a restraining order. Well, you're talking about child custody suit. Did this make sense to you? Or am I bugging? Hold up.
Oh my gosh.
clarified everything like that.
So is he coming back or what's happening with that now?
Yeah, no, we good. We good now.
Mm.
He told him that Fugazi Lilliputious ass story, and he said we good now.
Okay, so
Probably in an hour or two.
they're gonna put him back up in there?
Yeah, no, he's here now. He just moved a couple of cells over until we worked out everything. But yeah, he clarified it.
Gosh, y'all be just like 1 minute y'all cool, the next minute y'all not. 1 minute y'all cool. Y'all need to make up your minds.
You want me to get him over here so he can clarify it to the world?
Baby, if you
You hear
want to,
this?
but it don't matter. But go ahead. You got a minute and a half left on this call. So go ahead. Let me talk to him.
No. Hold on, let me see where he at.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. The feds is allowing them to do this. The only reason they're allowing them to do this is so that they could charge them and build the case even further, because they still don't know what each person did and how they're going to tie everybody in. They just grabbed them under what they call the conspiracy. And then through Big U is the RICO, who you haven't heard a word from because he knows this is serious. The problem is Brick Baby and his wife Charisse thinks that this is a joke. So they're putting on a charade, is what the feds are saying, sitting back laughing and allowing this foolery. It's like you give, like you're fishing and you catch a big mouth bass by the mouth, and then you let the line out a little bit so you can have room to secure yourself to drag him back in. So that's what they're doing to Luce Canon and Charisse right now. They got the hook in Luce Cannon's mouth, and they're giving him just enough line to go hang himself with Charisse to get more information so they can pull him in. And the crazy part is they're going to pull in Charisse too, because everything she's doing is called aiding and abetting. It's called conspiring. She said that Luce Canon told her when to drop the video. So now they're running a business. So now he's running a business from behind prison walls, or you're allowed to run a business from behind prison. No, of course not. He's running a whole YouTube channel with his name on it. And, listen to this, man. Does this make any sense to y'all? Why do you think the feds are allowing this? You come over here for Unique Mecca Audio for the best. Remember, we sponsored by Cashbox, man. And go check out my daughter's YouTube channel at Juanita Mecca Audio, Juanita. She speaks about what it was like for her growing up without her father in her life because he screwed his life up and was in federal prison doing 26 years. So you get to hear a lot of emotional things that she went through. But, you know, Luce Canon and Charisse just had a baby. If the feds have their way, by the time Luce Canon come out, his newborn baby would be my 38-year-old daughter's, age. Luce, don't you see how serious this is? Charisse, where you at? Like, what are we really doing here? When do we wake up and smell the coffee? Somebody tell me, when do we wake up and smell the coffee? This man is running a YouTube channel from in prison, man. How many people have someone in the feds tell them that you want to run a YouTube channel because Luce Canon and Charisse is doing it, and watch what that inmate tell you? You even tell somebody in the state system that, hey, there's a guy on YouTube that's running his own YouTube channel. Why don't we do it? You could call in, you're a legend, and see what that inmate tell you. And then you come back, and my phone number on the screen work. I do answer the phone, and I definitely answer the text and the voicemail. Like the voicemail, if you call and I'm busy and I can't answer, because I answer when I get time, in between time and during the meantime, But the number is right there on the screen, 917-680-9091. Call your loved one in prison and ask them if they're allowed to run a YouTube channel with you. And then you could call me at 917-680-9091, and I'll bring you up here, and you could tell them this, because I'm going to have a lot of rat bastards and flip-flop men and public trolls that's going to be, oh, Unique said this Canon girl going to jail, he wishing bad on him. No, I'm trying to wake her up. Wake up, sister, smell the coffee. This is against BOP policy and whatever, federal rules they want to intertwine that with in order to bring you in. Look how they brought Diddy in for partying and sexing. Who you ever see go on trial for having consensual sex with escorts and an escort actually sue you? Listen, an escort is sue you for having sex. Yo, an escort takes money to go out with you, show you a good time, and have sex. And then they're suing you for doing just what they. Somebody explain this to me. But you see how they can make anything they want criminal? By intertwining it with what they call one of the USC codes. Whether it's 18 USC, 21 USC, 14 USC. But that's the US courts. The US criminal code. Come on, man. Stop breaking the law. Wake up. Smell the coffee. You can't get better content. Look how fly the visual is. Make sure you go check out Unique Mecca Audio Prison Story. I got over 200 stories over there where I tell the crazy stories when you're in the mood to take a ride into the prison and see how it ain't worth it. All right? And then I got Mecca Audio TV that I put up random videos so you can go catch them at different times, come up on the algorithm. But Unique Mecca Audio Prison Story, go subscribe, hit the notification bell here, there, everywhere. Hit that notification bell. I've been on here long enough. I'm out.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. What?
Fresh out the can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops make an audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, you we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend the air. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours. So we can give back to the
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.